Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Taffy Live. My name is Karen Jackson, and I'm the chair of Taffy, and I'll be your host this afternoon. As I'm sure you're all aware, we have our annual job fair coming up on Sunday, April 23rd at the Toronto Reference Library. We have so many incredible studios joining us at the job fair this year, and we can't wait for you to meet them all. In fact, we're so excited that we've got Guru Studios' Andrew Stramatis, the studio animation director, to talk to us all things about Guru Studios and let you know why you should be stopping by their booth at the job fair. Andrew, thank you so much for stopping by today.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
What are some of the projects you guys have worked on at Guru Studio?
Well, from the very beginning, the Backyardigans was our first series, which is near and dear to a lot of folks for their upbringing and how it expands their imagination. That's the types of shows we like to do most, is ones that inspire imagination, much like Just in Time, which is a Guru original. Paw Patrol, just because of all the fun action in it, and everyone wanting to have their own team of rescue dogs, I guess, like a lot of us do. And then more recently, we were going to be doing what we're calling the definitive realization of the beloved childhood novel Charlotte's Web. So those are just a handful of the projects that we have done and are currently doing.
You guys worked on some incredible, very high level projects.
Mm-hmm.
That's quite incredible. What makes Guru Studios a great place to work at?
So many reasons. Well, it's just very harmonious. We've been in business for more than 20 years, so we've been around the block. We've learned from our mistakes, and we have a very tight knit pipeline that's always still evolving, but always making sure that we do better than the previous one. So projects running very, very smoothly, things being ready for when artists come aboard. Great people and culture team. Our onboarding process is wonderful. You feel cared for. You feel supported. There's a great community here, and for most importantly, I think that you never feel like there's a ceiling, because as long as you're pushing your best art and you're fit for more bigger and different opportunities, the opportunities are there to switch departments at any given point, if it makes sense for the artist in the studio. As well as promotions. I myself have done that, gone from junior animator, senior animator, lead, supervisor, director, and now a studio overseeing role. I've seen that happen for several other folks here. So it just never feels like there's a ceiling, like there's always room to grow.
That's so wonderful. What is your favorite moment in terms of your career at Guru, working there so far?
I'll go back to this point. It's not my favorite, but it was my favorite attempt. We have very fun things happening at the studio kind of all the time. Like one is our costume contest, and for Halloween. And you can imagine a team of artists would have some awesome costumes in that. There was one year where there was a poster that came up, and the marketing department had this nice little diagram of just a very basic ghost. It was like a sheet over the head and just like the easiest ghost costume you can imagine, kind of thing. And it was like Guru's costume contest, and it had, that was the image. And I thought it'd be funny if I just did that. I just played it off like I thought that was what the contest was about. So I literally made the exact poster and I dressed up as that. And I thought that would win the contest. It did not. But it was a clever attempt anyway. So I thought that was a funny moment.
What kinds of opportunities and work perks does Guru offer?
Well, I did mention that the opportunity to work in other departments is always on the table if the skills are there and the opportunity is there. Sorry, what was the question again?
The question was, what kinds of opportunities and work perks does Guru offer?
Work perks.
I think in terms of a lot of studios are working from home now. Some are working kind of a hybrid type of situation. Can you tell us a bit more about what it's like to work for Guru?
Oh, sure. Well, in terms of perks as in benefits, we do have health benefits. It's a really good package, health and dental. So again, that's another reason we feel well taken care of. Now that things are primarily remote, that is predominantly what our model is that all quota work from artists are still done through work from home. which we pool our artists on a regular basis to find out how are you enjoying that? Do you still prefer this? And it's overwhelming that the artists do. So it's really the artists that decide what our model is. How often we come to the studio isn't, overseers saying you must come into the studio now. It's the artists, and we're pooling them to say, how often do you want to come into the studio? What are the reasons that you would want to? And then we can sort of cater to that. So right now, the model for the animation department is that we meet up in person 4 times a year. Since I am overseeing that department, that's the model that I've come up with so far. And we do this meeting called Animators Assemble, and it's Avengers themed. And we basically get together and we play acting games and find ways to sort of have real life experiences, so that those are fuel that we can bring to our scenes, because that's really what acting and animation is all about.
Mm-hmm. I remember when I worked at Guru, we had like healthy food Tuesdays and fun food Fridays type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it sounds like this like Animators Assemble thing is really kind of bringing this idea of collaborating as a team in a fun way forward. So it's really nice to hear that you're keeping those types of practices throughout and beyond the pandemic.
Yeah, certainly. I do. Like, even though it is more convenient to work from the comfort of our own homes and work around our own personal schedules, that we can have a much better work-life balance in that regard, because we don't have to commute to and fro. But that's shouldn't be at the loss of the atmosphere, the studio vibe that is very much there. And so keeping those social engagements alive is really important.
Absolutely. What positions are you guys hiring for right now?
At the moment, you best want to check our careers page. It's always updated, but I'll say that we are perpetually hiring. Even though we just finished a hiring window where we just filled the last couple animation spots for the openings that we currently had going, it's very possibility that more will open up, because we get greenlit projects all the time. We always have things in development. There's always, vacations and things where we're looking to fill gaps. But I mean that we hire perpetually, as in, just because an artist applied and didn't get in the first time, it's not like that's now a closed door. I look at every single demo reel that comes through for animation, and I keep tabs on folks. I start rapports with them. The best thing one can do if they're looking to get in at a particular studio, let's say it's ours, is to find out who is, the leaders of that department, me for animation, for example. Once we've started a rapport and I know who you are, I know what your demo reel looked like, then it's all just about keeping that rapport going and showing progression. Because like, when I see progression, that means I can project out where this person will be in 3 months from now, 5 months from now, a year from now. And if that trajectory looks good, that gives me a lot of encouragement and a lot of potential that this person could really work out.
That's interesting that you look for projection and trajectory in a demo reel. I've never actually heard that from someone in a recruiting type of position, that they look for growth. That's really great that you guys look for that.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any other types of qualities that Guru looks for in their applicants?
Definitely just being able to have fun conversations. Animation often, and animation direction is often about, sometimes I talk in sound effects, and I'm like, oh, can you make this a little bit more? And if you can understand what I'm looking for there, then it saves me a whole lot of words to explain something, going up gracefully, having a hang time, and then dropping, with a plunk of some sort. Talking in sound effects is key. So like, kind of understanding that. Again, I'm always having to go to animation specifically because that's my field. But generally, we're looking for like-minded folks who are really, really passionate about animation and want to push their craft. That's really at the core of what we're looking for.
What is the number one tip that you can give for approaching recruiters or those manning the booths at the job fair?
Be yourself. Number one, there's no reason to be nervous. Case in point is the way I got into the postgraduate program that gave me the education that got me to where I am today. I was not expecting to get in. So I showed up to the interview wearing clothes that I wasn't dressed up at all. I was wearing my usual street clothes, and I was myself, and I was just showed who I truly am, and that was enough to get in. So just be yourself, and the best of you should shine and come through, and everyone should embrace that if you're being really genuine.
Absolutely. Does Guru Studios host any internships, mentorship programs, or courses for continued education?
Yes, we do. We usually take on a few interns every year in the summer months. As you expect, it's usually third year students who would be usually graduating the following year or that year. Yes, take a few in animation and design and in 3D assets. Absolutely.
Okay. What makes a candidate memorable?
I guess just being able to, again, being yourself, and is that a way that leaves a lasting impression? Like just being yourself should mean that a conversation is generally fun to have. So if we're talking about a specific reference or something, the way that person's able to describe it, and are they afraid to, or do they have any inhibitions to not act something out, or help describe it in a way that is entertaining? Because in the end, we want to produce entertainment, and it'd be great if it was also fun along the way. So having fun conversations that are really engaging with our artists is really key in what we look for.
Absolutely. Well, that's the end of my questions. So thank you so much for your time today. It was really great to get the inside scoop about all things Guru Studios. For everyone watching, I hope you found this super helpful for your job fair planning, and we can't wait to see you there. For more information about who will be at the job fair, keep an eye on our socials and check out our website for full official list of who's got a booth. Don't forget to check out everything else that's happening at the job fair. That is open to the public, I should say. Including the Harley Farms Portfolio Review Zone. Oh no, Portfolio Review Zone, Artist Alley, and Harley Farms Presentation Zone. I apologize. Have a great night, and we'll be seeing you all there soon. Thank you so much.
Thank you.